The year is around 570 BC. The first light of dawn spreads across the Mesopotamian plain as the Euphrates River glows beneath the morning sky. Farmers guide oxen through fertile fields, fishermen pull in woven nets, and merchants begin arriving from lands hundreds of miles away. Ahead of them rises an unbelievable sight. Massive defensive walls stretch toward the horizon, interrupted by colossal towers and shining gates decorated with brilliant blue glazed bricks. Even from a distance, Babylon looks less like a city and more like a monument built for the gods themselves. Welcome to the capital of the Neo-Babylonian Empire, a place where power, religion, science, and architecture came together to create one of humanity's greatest civilizations. Let's step inside. Crossing the bridge over the Euphrates, you're immediately swept into a city alive with movement. The streets are crowded from sunrise. Traders from Persia bargain beside Egyptian merchants. Camel caravans unload ivory, spices, incense, precious stones, cedar wood, and fine textiles gathered from across the ancient world. Every conversation blends into a constant hum of different languages. The air carries the scent of fresh bread baking in clay ovens, roasted lamb over charcoal fires, fragrant oils, and the earthy smell of the river that gives Babylon its life. Ahead stands the magnificent Ishtar Gate. Its brilliant cobalt blue surface sparkles beneath the Mesopotamian sun. Hundreds of carefully crafted lions, dragons, and mighty bulls march across its walls, each symbol representing divine protection and royal authority. Passing beneath the gate, visitors can't help but feel small. That is exactly the point. The processional way leads directly toward the heart of Babylon. Priests dressed in flowing white robes prepare for elaborate religious ceremonies while musicians play drums, flutes, and lyres that echo between towering buildings. Above the rooftops rises the enormous ziggurat known as Etemenanki. Its massive terraces climb toward the heavens, inspiring stories that would later evolve into the legendary Tower of Babel. Nearby stands the magnificent palace of King Nebuchadnezzar II. Inside, polished courtyards shimmer in the sunlight. Colourful reliefs decorate palace walls while royal guards stand motionless beside enormous cedar doors. Some ancient writers claimed that somewhere within these royal grounds grew one of history's greatest mysteries. The Hanging Gardens of Babylon, terraces overflowing with exotic trees, flowing water lifted by ingenious engineering, a green mountain rising above the desert.
We bring these gifts to the great God.
Whether the gardens truly existed remains one of archaeology's greatest unanswered questions. And perhaps that's exactly why Babylon continues to captivate us. As evening approaches, Babylon transforms once again. The scorching heat fades and families gather along the Euphrates as children laugh beside the water's edge. Oil lamps begin to illuminate homes, temples, and busy marketplaces. Above, the night sky becomes a vast observatory. Babylonian astronomers carefully record the movements of planets and stars, laying foundations that would influence mathematics, astronomy, and calendars for centuries to come. This was more than a city of immense wealth. It was a center of knowledge, innovation, and imagination. Yet even cities that seem eternal are not immune to time. Only a few decades later, Babylon would fall peacefully to Cyrus the Great of Persia. Over centuries, its influence faded, its buildings crumbled, and the desert slowly reclaimed what had once been the greatest city in the world. But its legends never disappeared. Today, only fragments of Babylon remain scattered across the Iraqi landscape. Yet in every ancient brick, every surviving inscription, and every enduring legend echoes the ambition of a civilization that dared to build a city worthy of the gods. Babylon reminds us that even the mightiest empires can fade, but the stories they leave behind can inspire humanity for thousands of years.